The Tesla Model 3 is a very important vehicle because if you want to buy an affordable Tesla, the only option you have will be the Model 3. The Model 3 does not come cheap, but we think the Model 3 is worth what you're paying for. Now, we're not just talking about the car itself, we're also talking about the convenience of having 25,000 superchargers all across the world, which is something no other electric car manufacturer can brag about. Right now, looks like Tesla Model 3 is the best-selling sedan for the first time ever. But before we begin to talk about that, make sure to drop a like for the video, as it'll encourage us to make a lot more content just like this one. With that done, let's get started. Let's say that 20 years ago, nobody wanted to buy an electric car because they weren't fun to drive, as they were incredibly boring and not at all practical. Electric vehicles back in the day were too expensive, and you were almost paying a lot for too little. But that is not the case today because of what Tesla was able to achieve in the automotive industry with their electric vehicles, especially the Model 3. The demand for electric cars will continue to grow over the years, and that is very evident from all the sales records Tesla is showcasing today. The Tesla Model 3 has always been a very critical car for Tesla. It was the Model 3 that helped Tesla get a lot more market share in the electric vehicle segment. So you could say that the Model 3 was a very influential vehicle in the entire electric vehicle space, and not just for Tesla. The Tesla Model 3 was primarily targeted at new electric vehicle customers, and owning the Tesla Model 3 will be the first step for most customers to switch to an electric vehicle. Tesla is also very successful because of its wide supercharger network. Most legacy manufacturers work on creating the best electric vehicle they can, but they often forget about providing a charging infrastructure that is really important for an electric car. The best part about Tesla is that Tesla is also manufacturing their own battery packs with the help of Panasonic, and this helps Tesla bring down the costs for electric vehicles. Even then, the problem with electric vehicles in general is the fact that they are too expensive for most people. So for those people who couldn't spend a lot of money on a Model S or Model X, the Model 3 has made a lot of sense, because not everybody wants to have the world's fastest production car like the Model S Plaid. Most people use their car just to get from point A to point B, but the best part about Tesla is they're also fun and exciting to drive. With the Model 3, Tesla ultimately proved that electric cars are here to stay again because of record number sales. Right now we have good news for you. The Model 3 happens to be the best-selling premium sedan in the world, beating the BMW 3 Series and the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. The Model 3 also happens to be the best-selling car in Europe. This means that so many people are actually interested in electric cars as their daily drivers more than ever before, especially because electric cars have improved a lot over the years. It's crazy to think that a car manufacturer that didn't exist 20 years ago is now manufacturing one of the best-selling cars on the planet. In Europe, it is for the first time that an electric car made it to the top of the list of best-selling sedans, and the Model 3 also happens to be the very first car built outside Europe. To achieve something like this is an incredible thing, especially when the automotive industry was sure that Tesla would go bankrupt back in the day, and look where Tesla is now. Tesla's Model 3 also beat the best-selling icons in Europe like the Renault Clio and the Volkswagen Golf. The Tesla Model 3 has become not only the best-selling electric car, but the best-selling car overall for the month of September 2021, with about 24,512 registrations and a 2.6% market share. On top of all this, the Tesla Model Y, recently launched in Europe, was the second best-selling electric car with about 8,926 registrations. These two outstanding results combined gave Tesla a very high 24% share in the battery electric vehicle segment, above Volkswagen Group with a market share of 22%, Stellantis with a market share of 13%, and Hyundai Motor Group with a market share of almost 11%. And the brand even outsold such brands as Fiat, Nissan, and Seat. Sales data shared by research firm Jado Dynamics and first reported by Bloomberg News shows Tesla with a healthy lead over its rivals, selling 24,591 Model 3s in September compared to the 18,264 sales for the Renault Clio in the number 2 spot. So what we can understand from this is the fact that the automotive market is slowly transitioning from a combustible engine to electric vehicles, and this is exactly the goal of Tesla. Yes, Tesla's goal is not to sell electric vehicles, but its goal is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Tesla was also successful in delivering a lot more vehicles than ever before, despite the global chip shortage that is hunting down the entire automotive industry. The Model 3 is the best-selling premium electric vehicle and the best-selling car in Europe because of Tesla's Gigafactory in Shanghai that helped Tesla achieve this milestone. The Model 3 has been the longest-selling electric car in the world, but it was never the best-selling premium sedan because the competition was very fierce. As per the chart, Model 3 deliveries picked up the second half of last year as production started ramping up at Gigafactory Shanghai. Tesla's global expansion plan is very evident with their new factories coming up, both in Texas and in Berlin. The Berlin one will be a lot more exciting because Tesla will be manufacturing and selling electric cars in the same place where the internal combustion engine was invented. Germany is also known to be the world's hub for luxury vehicles because these German luxury brands cater to the entire world's luxury market. It'll be interesting to see how Tesla will be able to compete in Germany, but not just in Germany, the entire European market in general, with the new Gigafactory in Berlin. Right now, every Tesla in Europe is imported from Giga Shanghai. Even then, if the Model 3 was able to be the best-selling sedan in Europe, things would get a lot better if the vehicle is manufactured in Europe itself. So you see, there are a lot of exciting things that are happening with Tesla. Right now, the company has sold more cars than ever before, according to last quarter's sales report, and a huge chunk of that sales were dominated by the Model Y and the Model 3. With the Model Y, Tesla is claiming that it'll be the best-selling electric vehicle from their product lineup across the world because of the fact that compact crossover SUV segment is a very hot segment across the globe. People prefer to buy a crossover SUV instead of a sedan because of all the practicalities that come only with a crossover SUV, which includes a lot more cargo space and better ground clearance. But most importantly, everybody loves to have an SUV. So to sum things up, the Tesla Model 3 is a very important and influential vehicle for Tesla. The Model 3 could be a lot more influential than the Model S, even though it's because the Model S and the research and development that went into it was directly responsible for the production of the Model 3. Model S's success was also the reason why people were interested in buying the Model 3. Yes, the Model 3 does have a few limitations, which are fixed with Model Y, especially when it comes to cargo space. Tesla is continuing to work on delivering a lot more cars, which is exactly why Tesla is setting up new gigafactories across the world, or at least a single factory in every continent, so that Tesla can directly reach customers instead of the customers trying to import Teslas to their country. Today we have so many Tesla fans that are so excited about what Tesla is doing in the EV segment. Even after more than 10 years of producing vehicles, we still don't have any competitors for Tesla. In the end, Tesla was able to get electric cars to a lot more people, but even then the price tag that the Model 3 sells for is not affordable by any means for a lot of people, considering the fact that the base model of the Model 3 is at least $40,000, which happens to be the base price, and the prices will increase even more when you consider adding new features. But even then, it's worth it, because you don't have to visit a fuel station ever again. And Teslas are also really easy to maintain because of very few moving parts. The automotive industry is now realizing the true potential of what battery electric vehicles can do, and Tesla is a very good example of that. Soon we will all be driving around in an electric car, and gasoline cars will end up in the museum. Or maybe that'd be an overestimate for the time being. Elon Musk also expressed his desire to build a $25,000 Tesla, which will be even more exciting as it'll be able to bring in a lot more people to experience the true magic of electric vehicles. And that's a wrap for today's video. What do you think about the Model 3 being the best-selling sedan for the first time ever? Will the future of personal transportation be all electric? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, because we would love to hear from you all. And like always, drop a like for the video, and we'll meet again soon in the very next one. So stay tuned.